Check, check. Everything working? I think it is. We got a fun day today. It's Grand Cathay Day. Look at this. We got cool new line units to try out in this multiplayer tournament of ours against the gamer. To start off with, here we go. Let's give them a code. And they are playing Chaos Dwarves. All right. Very nice. We're on Imperial Ambush. Time should be good. I was gonna play Demons of Chaos, and then I remember that this is Cathay launch day. I am morally obligated to play Grand Cathay. Should be fun though. I think build like this is probably not bad. So have like a standard, you know, lots of infantry. And then you spam these guys in the late game. It'll be sick. Let's see here. There we go. Let's get the armor blocker up. Trying something new today, by the way. And not just the later stream. This is just so that evening people can qualify for the tournaments. Latest city. Yeah, now we're here. So I should be. Yes. Yeah, we're good. Everything's set up. But yeah, I'm trying a shorter tournament battle run. It's gonna be 1 hour and 15 minutes. Is the goal. The reason I'm doing that is because, oh yeah, we're gonna have to deal with trains. I'm remembering now. But yeah, the reason I'm doing that is because, oh man, this is such a weird build. Alright, let's see if this works. The reason is because I think the current format, it's almost like too much. It's too much for me, especially if I'm hosting tournaments on the reg. I just want like a quick, you know, almost like a 2-hour tournament instead of a 3-hour one. This should be like kind of 2 hours and some change, realistically. Should be fun. Let's see if new Cathay's super OP or not. I think they'll be sick. I think new Cathay's gonna be broken. Not only do they have the Lore of Life, which is mega for single entities. Bunch of their units got changed. They have late game capture weight now. Like, they basically have giant slayers. If you think about the tigers as giant slayers, they're kind of terrifying now, right? Yeah, they might be a bit expensive, but just sick anti-large mobile infantry that can shove cavalry off the point. Easy dub. Gonna play some 2 matches and drop. Totally fine. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. The goal is to have incentives for people to just dabble in the multiplayer, but you don't have to be hardcore about it at all. Alright, Tish. Getting some messages, but we should be good. I'm ready. All right. How do I join these tournaments? You can join right now. You just yeah, go to my Discord. Head to the it's in the description. Then you go to the bot ladder channel and just type !join. You can also type the commands directly to the bot and it'll just match you with some games. It gives you all the instructions you need to get started It's fun time. And yeah, we do still have that multiplayer raffle. Or participation raffle for anyone who just signs up. Indeed. You get a chance at some DLCs. Including this one. CA's really been giving me a lot of codes. Unfortunately, sometimes it takes a couple days to get the DLCs from them. So just bear with me. All right. Oh boy, it's a weird build. Ready? Good luck. Have fun. But yeah, I think it's pretty great of them, honestly. They have already given me like what? Let me see. They've already given me 5 DLCs. It's pretty solid. It's much better than, like, you know, the random $5 prizes tournaments used to give. There's no tigers here. Boom. I got 2 tigers, and I have 1 in the starting army. I got Claw Speaker, which apparently is a non-armor piercing character, but that's fine. They got the Earth Bloods. Yo, Spell Masteried Earth Bloods. Is that the OP? I guess we'll see. My opponent does have a train. It's an Iron Demon. Nothing too crazy. Some Hobgoblins. We got a Sorcerer Prophet. With the silencing effect negates magic attacks. Some fire resistance. These guys got fire resistance too, though. Unfortunately, that's only applicable to his ammunition. But I'll just start off with a little bit of balloon action. Just get the balloons cooking. Another great thing is I have cannons. Cannons are pretty fun. And we'll see what my opponent decides to do. Look at that. The balloon, it pokes. Let's give it a bit of a spin. I don't know how it's shooting out of range. That's kind of crazy. Is the balloon like hella bugged? Or is it still using its old projectiles? I don't know. Gonna land a pretty solid first vortex though. Staggering a couple of those dudes. Very nice. Yeah, this balloon's kind of fast, is it? It's just me, or is it kind of spooty? Kind of terrifying. Already, I'd say the trading is not bad. Let's just head on over here. And then I'll probably just bully these warriors. Why not? Chaos Orbs are pretty bad versus these kind of builds. These kind of infantry shenanigans. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, not infantry shenanigans. Artillery shenanigans. Because they tend to get out-artilleried pretty hard. As you can see, these moonbirds are sick. He does get a few volleys on them, but their fire resist is gonna help keep them alive. Plus, you gotta remember, I have healing now, which is OP. Alright, but what are they gonna do? Is he gonna rush in? Is he gonna go for the balloon? I don't know. Cathay got that sick trading potential now. Look at my cannon, just crushing it. Unfortunately, I don't have more Jade Lancers, so that's the only real awkward part. But other than that, I think we're still doing well. Look at these moonbirds having the time of their lives. I'll just heal up. Oh my gosh, dude, Cathay with Earth Blood. Insanity, isn't it? Truly bonkers. Woo, nice. All right, barely did not friendly fire there. Wonder what my opponent's gonna do. Personally, I feel like this is going great for me. He gets a Death Shriek rocket launcher, and I line of sight it with my Celestial General. Ooh, okay. All right, I don't know if tanking with the balloon is the best idea. I don't know if the balloon was built to be tanking that kind of business. Seemed like kind of a rough trade there. I'm just gonna try and loop around to deal with this. It is going for the balloon, by the way. The thing does not want the balloon to live, which is pretty funny. The balloon cannot dodge. It cannot dodge death streaks. How very unfortunate. These guys are not magic damage, so I can use this ability to give that extra physical resist if I really want to. I think I'll just yeah, do some of this. What's he gonna do, right? There shouldn't be too much that can be done. Very nice. Cavalry's doing great. And if I can just kill this thing, I'm good to go. Death Street rocket launcher does not have a whole ton of support, does it? Then we're just going to get that physical resist up. Maybe dodge with this guy a little bit. And see if we can get it done. This thing's kind of hard to hit sometimes. You can see my moonbirds are not having the best of times actually landing hits on it. Maybe my lord will have a bit of better luck. We'll see. The balloon's gonna live though. Am I gonna kill this thing? Dude, this thing's indestructible, man. I swear, Deathstreak has a very weird hitbox. I don't know how to deal with that. And he's also gonna rout off my dudes, by the way. A little unfortunate. The guns are still alive. We're just gonna try our best here to shut this thing down. How many volleys can it possibly get? Okay, that's some bull centaurs. Them some bull centaurs. That is not very pretty. All right, I got a dip. It's okay. Totally fine by me. Thankfully, these guys have some pretty good mass. Moonbird should be okay. Lord, though, I'd be a little bit more worried. He's gonna have a bit of a harder time actually escaping. You can see the full focus fire is underway. Now I should be able to bully these guns at least. But that is a routed lord. Most unfortunate indeed. I do still have the triple cap though. He is going to kill the lord. Ain't no way he's getting out of there alive. But you know what? What's an intensity battle without a dead lord, right? I'm very used to it. It's okay. He's just dead. It's fine. What's a little bit of death? Oh man, all right. Gotta be a little bit more careful than that. You give me one life caster and suddenly I feel like I'm indestructible. At least I can kill these guys. Ooh, there we go. Pretty nice hit. I can heal up this little pocket. Remember this mod, we're still playing modded, so bull centaurs are still a thing. It's still quite deadly. But if I can keep bullying these infernal guard fire glaives, I'm pretty happy. Personally. There we go, big routes. Very nice. Gonna brace for impact with that train. And the little rocket launcher. Can't be too bad. I am surprised at how well it survived though. The thing is, I don't know, man. It has some janky hitboxes or something. But it really held on. I'm ready for these tiger warriors to cook though. I believe they shall. And I can start reinforcing this area over here just fine. Even got some crane gunners ready to cook. Can I bully these guys? A slightly mispositioned vortex, but still quite good for me. Let's see if I can bully these bull centaurs. I really want these lions to cook. Maybe with some heals? This is very different from usual Cathay, by the way. I will say, this is quite different. I feel way more mobile than usual. It's quite the interesting feeling. But like, yeah, having these little tiger dudes running around, they're like cooking things up. Okay, these ones. No, those are just my Jade Warriors. That's fine. Let's see how they do versus Cathay. Maybe they'll be sick. In the meantime, I should be able to kill his artillery. All right. Balloon is giving harmony to the best of its abilities. Let's get the Moonbird in here. I think my cannon should be able to annihilate this thing. And once I get my Lord back, we're good to go. Not bad. Oh, these guys got wrecked though by a couple sneaky gets. That's embarrassing. Don't want to be having that happen. Thankfully, I still got my Moonbirds. Let's time this right. Ooh, big hit. Big hit. That's nasty. Those dwarf warriors do not know what hit them. Unfortunately, the balloon routes. Huh. Does it not give its harmony bonuses when it's routing? Did CA change that? If they did, that would actually be quite sick. I think that's totally warranted. Okay, nice. We did get the artillery routed. Very good. And I do have my general back. Very, very nice. Not too bad so far. I am a little wary of how this fight is going. But I think with my guns on the hill over here, I don't have to worry too much. It's all about holding this position over here. And that seems fairly doable. Just have to be a little careful about the guns. Just got to dodge a bit. There we go. Maybe he even friendly fires a bit. Nice. Not too bad. I would say the Tiger Warriors... Yeah, no, they did get their value. Okay. I'm wary of them, is all I gotta say. I'm just a little wary, but it seems like they can cook. Very long battle, though. Cathay definitely is not a very speedy faction still, even with the changes. This is good, though. I can't believe that artillery piece is still alive. Very annoying. And we even do have some Cathay over here. Now, can I get some, like, devastating flankers? You get some devastating flanks going on. We are going to kill his lord. That's pretty hype. Let's see how these Tiger Warriors do trading into that business. I should definitely be able to chase off his lord. And I should be able to kill off that artillery piece. I should be able to hold this point too. There we go. Crossbows barely keeping it together. I wonder if I want more Tiger Warriors. Kind of hard to say. These ones did not trade super well into those those guys. Oh, those are just Jade Warriors. Okay, it's fine by me. But now it's just my opponent whose lord is sniped. This guy's sick, by the way. I feel like yeah, Earthblood for days is just solid. What are these guys doing? Oh, they dismounted. Whoops. Yeah, I'd say this is not bad. It's kind of a weird Cathay. It's a lot more monster focused than before, but it's not bad. It's you know, it's still genuine. Still feels like Cathay. It's just I have like an actual follow-up for once. It's kind of crazy. How do these guys do? Iron Claw Warriors? They actually paid for themselves. Genuinely not a terrible unit. Look at that. Kind of nifty. Still don't know if I want to spam them or anything. But yeah, they definitely get the job done. The balloon is still up. Oh, what a hero. I didn't even notice. Yo, look at this guy. Now, I don't think it's gonna do anything, but you know, still pretty cool. Yo, what's the leadership of this thing? Base leadership 70. Kind of impressive. Here comes some mobility. If I can get my peasant horsemen in here soon enough, we'll be okay though. Come on, peasant horsemen. Save the thing. Jeez, my Jade Warriors are dying to yo, Wolf Rider Hobgoblins are actually kind of insane. There they are. We'll just you know what, well, I get the expensive ones. Get the premium peasant horsemen. Yeah, look at that. They even got the harmony for a second. Dude, that harmony range kind of sucks though. Why is the harmony range so low? Did they change harmony to have like 0 range or something? Okay, now they have harmony. Dude, that range is really bad. Kind of crazy. But yeah, I'd say this was a pleasant Cathay game. This was just like a solid, you know, just playing with single entities. Probably not OP or anything. But yeah, just solid Cathay. Your opponent's having net issues. Rip. Yeah, it was a little scary for a second. I will say that artillery piece was kind of nasty. Gee. Train was also pretty nasty. But yeah, Balloon actually did pay for itself, which is kind of funny. The Moonbirds paid for themselves. Jade Lancers paid for themselves. This guy sucked though. But yeah, I kind of like having Caster. My lord did die, that was my bad. But the Iron Claw Tiger Warriors, I could see myself running a few of these guys instead of the Halberds. I actually don't see much of a reason to run the Halberds when I have these guys in reserve. I might even start with Tigers, who knows? Oh geez, that cannon though. Okay, cannon kind of cooked. All my range kind of cooked. We just got a ludicrous amount of shooting done. Nice. A victory for us. Nice haircut, thank you. Wolf Riders are way too late. Yeah, I think he had some opportunities to jump me. Yo, how many of these guys can I run? Only 3. The question is though, if I'm going for like a kite build, and we're taking our time with the trades, do I want some Tiger Warrior Stalkers? Is this a good unit? It's 1,100 for 6,000 HP. I don't know if they do better than the Skink Skirmisher either. The damage is not that ludicrous. And they only have a couple shots. But I guess they can capture points. They do have Vanguard deployment. I think these guys are just better though. Interesting. It's called Demons of Chaos Tryharding before. Yeah, I wanted to play some Cathay. Hey, still Neil, hello. Anticity After Dark. Yeah. We want to make sure, you know, everyone in the Americas is not completely screwed out of my league. Yeah, these guys have armor piercing on their main attack. It's okay, armor piercing. It's not that much damage though, and 60 entities is really low. I'm very skeptical of this unit. They actually have like only slightly more AP than this guy. It's not even that they have AP, I swear. They lack base damage more than anything else. Look at this guy, 38 armor piercing damage. That's actual AP. I'll have to get my thoughts around this, feel it out. But I think Cathay's pretty cool. I like that the lantern was able to pay for itself. It gives good leadership. I don't even need like all these moonbirds. I do think double moonbird is very strong, but I don't need them. I can even put this one in reserve. And instead just go for like a hyper infantry corps. I'm just a little worried about 60 meters for Harmony. Okay. Yeah, Harmony's kind of short range. You're a certified skirmisher hater? There's a lot of people that don't like skirmishers. Alright, I should be able to match into someone soon. Face me. How valuable is the forest spotting on the lanterns in your opinion? I think it's okay. So forest spotting 100%. I think it also detects stealth units. It is very situationally useful. Most of the time though, stealth units, you beat them by knowing that they're implicitly. Like you just count your opponent's units and it's like, oh yeah, they're sending a stealth unit on the flank. It's usually not worth to send a stealth unit on the flank to snipe artillery. But some factions, like the Wood Elves, can have some crazy stealth shenanigans. They can have some crazy stealth shenanigans, and then yeah, you want to be a little careful. Hybrid you don't like hybrid units? What units do you like? Are you a corn enjoyer? You corn man? Ponty, by the way, is playing on Edge of the Darkwood. And they're playing Dark Elves. That, yeah, this is a massive map, so I gotta play accordingly. Is this a Moonbird map? I don't know. I don't know if I need Moonbirds. What if it's a Lantern map? What if lanterns were the secret the whole time? The Gate Master tech? What if the Gate Masters were the answer? The whole time. Is there anything here that is good? Honestly, lanterns are not bad. They do actually get a lot of poking done. Maybe I do want to do some lantern shenanigans. Is there like a Cathay lantern kite into Iron Claw Warrior build? Anyone think there's something cool we can get done there? I can't believe Sky Lanterns count towards the SE limit though. That's like corpse carts counting towards the SE limit, right? Corpse carts don't, because it's silly. You're telling me 2 Sky Lanterns make it so you can't bring more single entities? But who knows? If we're about to enter an OP Cathay meta, maybe we'll be begging for it. Yeah, slight range buffs. Cathay's a faction that really wants to win the artillery fight. So you can get the Fire Rain rocket battery to have basically the same range as the Hellstorm rocket battery. That is quite significant, actually. It is actually quite extremely significant. Because a lot of the times Cathay was just getting taken to Pound Town by Empire. But now it's a little bit more awkward. Kind of like where this build is going. I feel like it's only half baked though. What do I want? Celestial Dragon Guard, maybe? Maybe. Also, yo, no multiplayer update. No multiplayer update's rough, man. What are they doing? What are they doing at CA? I think it's probably coming in 8.1. A lot of people said patch 8.0. At least word on the block is 8.0 is small. And 8.1 is where they put in the quality of life changes. Kind of a weird way to go about it. But, yeah. It's not the end of the world, I guess. Super weird to not at least change some numbers around. I think if we have a good quality of life patch in 8.1, all is fine. It just means they probably just had a delay or something. If 8.1 is lackluster, it means we're screwed. It means Warhammer 3 is, we're goners. I think Turin's still playing Heroes of Might and Magic, man. On patch day, that's not a good sign. All power to him, of course. I think, yeah, you know, let's open up a stream. How is it going? Let's see here. Honestly, I haven't seen Turin, I haven't watched a lot of Heroes of Might and Magic. I did get the game. I did try it out a bit. It hasn't immediately grabbed me. But it seems fine. For Turin though, because it kind of knows how it works. And I think there is a multiplayer scene for it too. You might be interested in that. Also, by the way, you like the build? Look at this craziness. Ready? Good luck, have fun. Siege rework in 5 years. He's just addicted. Yeah, it could just be a less of a Warhammer issue, more of a Turn just likes Hom. Manticore Summoner, that's pretty cool. Curse of Honor here. Cold One Chariots, kind of insane. But I have Satang. Satang is jokes. Satang is hilarious. Also, these balloons feel so fast. 60 speed. They did not have 60 speed before. You're telling me these balloons have faster than infantry speed? Dude, I can like almost dodge with these things. These balloons might actually be extremely overtuned. I'm actually really interested to see how they work. Because on the chance that they are extremely overtuned, that would be hilarious. They still have their normal sniping shots, by the way. Do they have two different attacks? Like one is kind of that little poke, and then the other one is the explosive missile if something gets closer. Or is the unit horribly bugged and we're gonna have to like restrict it or something? Also, oof, that lady took some damage. Can we get another one, please? Satang's coming for you. Yo, I can dodge with the balloon. That's crazy. Dude, these are actually skirmisher balloons. What is this? Whoop, gotta dodge. Yo, wait, these balloons are actually microable. What is this? What is this world that I find myself in where I'm doing balloon kite with Cathay? Look at him go, they're cooking. Oh my gosh, dude, you can't outshoot Cathay. Is Cathay gonna be the de facto kite skirmish faction now? Look at Satang, he's plonking away chariots. Yo, I want him to shoot at my balloon with these shades, because I'm pretty sure it can dodge the shades. This is kind of dumb. This is kind of dumb. Oh, big Satang hit too. This is kind of ludicrous. You're telling me these blimps got the lightning speed going? They got the lightning speed perk? He's gonna summon a manticore over here. Not a big deal in the slightest. Let's just reveal those shades real quick, why don't we? The manticore can barely catch up to this thing. It's insane. Satang's just having the time of his life. Oh, manticore is getting blasted. I should be able to protect my dudes pretty easily. Let's just keep up the kite. Why not? And I got Harmony over here. Yeah, this is painful, man. Dude, Dark Elves ain't got nothing on this. What is that? Cold One Dread Knight. Interesting. Ah, okay, so he's countering it by parking directly on the balloon. Satang kite, quite menacing though. Let's get a big hit, maybe. Don't want him to capture this point. We're gonna barely stop him. No, he does get it. That's okay though, honestly. I think we can just fight these knights and we'll be fine. Looking like the crowmen are having a good time. Lord over here is gonna spin to win, thus killing absolutely everything. That ability's great, by the way. And there go the harpies. He's gonna summon another manticore. Let's see how it does. I got my Iron Claw warriors now. Dude, this actually feels very different from normal Cathay. This is way different. Yeah, I can just use the Iron Claw warriors to defend these guys. See, that Lord is getting bullied too. I like how I'm just not even using the infantry anymore. Dude, Cathay doesn't need infantry. They need monstrous Iron Claw warriors, and then that's it. And they're golden. Who needs Harmony, man? Let's get those Iron Claw warriors on them. Should get some Harmony against these Cold One Knights though. And then I just bully the shades. Boom! Satang with the massive hit. Gonna go for that Lord now. Iron Claw warriors all over that Manticore. Cathay OP, I guess. I guess Cathay just OP. Ouch, man. Dude, she really has to hide behind the pillar a bit longer. She cannot afford to stay in this situation. And these guys are great versus large units. I think you just can't kite Cathay anymore, man. Look at these balloons. They're actually getting pretty ludicrous value now. Very nice. Cavalry crushes it. For we are Cathay. Oh man, dude, she's gonna die. She's gonna die. She's trying to get that line of sight. Oh, that's a big hit. Yeah, nah, she's a goner. Let's get that big roar going. The balloons give multi-harmony too. So even if I do lose the Crowman, it's not a big deal. Yo, Satang, you wanna... Nah, she's gonna get out of there. Very unfortunate. Ooh, big heal too. Dude, this is brutal. Is Cathay OP? I don't know. I think people are gonna have to start playing very differently against this faction now. They're gonna have to play very, very differently. Things are just not the same anymore. I have the mobility now. I have balloon kite. This thing has 500 value almost. I will say the balloons don't have... They're not absolutely annihilating on the damage front. I say Satang's hilarious versus Shades. I can't believe I just accidentally counterpicked the Shades. Yeah, there we go. Mega value. Alright, let's get those Ironclaw warriors in. Oh, he's gonna shoot me. He's gonna try and hit my balloon with Shades. The fool. You can't hit this. It's too fast. Oh my goodness. I love this so much. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I don't know if balloons needed 60 speed. That might be a little much. Oh, I can't believe he just stopped shooting at it. He knows. He knows he ain't killing him. The balloon's too fast. Too fast, too furious. Yeah, I'm gonna run him down with the balloon. It's faster than the Shades. Oh man, imagine being hunted by a balloon. Yeah, nah, there go the Shades. We got harmony boosts. Let's see, this guy should be able to heal up soon. How's this fight going? Let's get that roar going. Now we got our Ironclaw warriors in there. Satang can get a big shot on them. Though this fight's not going nearly as well as I would hope for. It's a bit of a grind. But at the end of the day, I have a million crane gunners still alive. Satang with the awkward shot. Overinflated. Was that just some Dark Riders? Yo, I will say, it is actually really good as a harmony provider. Oh, his Lord's still alive. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, the thing genuinely is kind of good at just giving a ton of harmony. So because of its speed and the fact that it can just straight up escort cavalry, I guess, you can you can totally just dodge Satang. You can totally just camp on your mobility and they'll stay perma buffed. It's very, very strong indeed. Yo, Satang can dodge too. He's not as nimble, but yeah. Turns out crossbows in this game very slow. See how these Ironclaw warriors do here? I think we're about to run over these guys. Get another one. Dude, they're fun. There we go. Then I'll just hunt that Lord over there while the balloon just camps these guys. I don't know if there's a benefit to camping them with the balloon. With the tactical war balloon. But I'm gonna do it. For the lulz. Why not? Just fear and terror, right? That way they're flanked constantly. Let's see, what is this? Some Cold One Dread Knights? Not a problem. Let's get that charge in there. Guess I might as well get some Crowmen. But yeah, they tap out. GG, well played. Very nice. Solid matches. So yeah, Satang was pretty cool. Lots of value. Balloons did pay for themselves. And not only did they draw fire, they were also quite DPS heavy. They do take their sweet time getting their value, but that's still quite nice. Shut down that Lord real well. And yeah, the Dread Knights were tanky, but we eventually ground them down. Yo, Cathay's insane. Cathay's hilarious, man. They're freaking hilarious. When Ent is getting units because they're nice, you know you're cooked. I will say, I did have kind of the perfect build against them there. Running Shades and Chariots into Zaytang is just rough. What am I dealing with next? High Elves. On Edge of the Darkwood again. I swear, sometimes random doesn't feel random. It's actually true though. The way humans think of random and the way random is very different. Hey, thank you so much. Slip up a tier.
Support. Let's go, Cathay.
With the 6 euros, dang man, thank you. Much appreciated. If you have a cool Cathay unit you want to see, hit me up. I'll even take a Gate Master. Are we back to being bribed? If a unit has Woodsman or Strider, are their shots still blocked by trees? I don't remember anymore. CA changed it a few times and now I'm confused. Alright, High Elf should be interesting. I do think Sky Lanterns could potentially be really good here though. Lord-wise, I do have to be a little careful. Yo, what if I do some sick Bashiva action? What does Bashiva have? Melee attack boost and leadership, 55 meters. That's crazy. Got a melee defense debuff. They got a teleport. And they have a melee attack boost. That's probably not very useful. Okay. I think Bashiva could be hype against High Elves. Seems like a good idea to me. Ironclaw Warriors should be good versus their cavalry. Oh man, dude, no, I got the strats, man. Dude, High Elves are so cooked. What do I want? I just want one of these and one of these. Yep. Yep, it's over, people. I think High Elves have very little that can deal with this. Very, very little. I would be awfully surprised if my opponent managed to wreck shop here. This feels like a pretty good loadout overall. Yeah, and then I have one of these. With the balloons, I don't feel the need for Crowmen as much anymore. What a strange feeling that is. I still might take a Crowmen just in case. But yeah, the balloons kind of feel like they get the job done. She does wreck wizards. Bashiva. 52 speed. If there's foot casters, beware, man. The super cheap Footlord caster is not gonna be good against Cathay. Oh, yo, let's get a sick banner going. Yo, what's the cooldown on Bashiva's Unburrow? 2 minutes. Okay. It is a little bit of a cooldown, but still fine with me. Gotta throw your Lord every game to give them a chance. I feel like I'll actually end up protecting my balloons better than my Lord. For whatever reason, they're just so fun to micro now. 60 speed, man. 60 speed? Did they give the Sky Junk 60 speed? Give me 1 second. Okay, no, that one's still 30 speed. But they doubled the speed of the Sky Lantern. Straight up, you might just always take 2 Sky Lanterns as Cathay if they're always going to pay for themselves. Because not only will they get their value back, they will also provide Shield Breaker and the hit by range, the leadership debuff. And on top of that, you also get Eye of the Dragon. +4 leadership, +5 range, +5 reload skill. And you also get to spot units on top of that. I do think Cathay should be a faction that uses them. Balloons. Kind of like how Bretonia should use Grail Reliques. The Sky Lantern is actually good / okay now. I would hazard to say that it is good. It does take its sweet time paying for itself, but in any game that lasts a long amount of time, like if you get to the 8-minute mark, the lanterns do pay for themselves. Lantern Lord time. Let's go. Lantern Lord would actually be not the worst. I do think Cathay has much better lords nowadays. But Lantern Lord is certainly a decent option. This is the build, by the way. So last time we lost to the artillery max high elves. This time I got I got some crazy shenanigans. So I'm just taking a bunch of ranged. They're gonna be speed amped like crazy. So they should be able to go pretty fast. Their harmony goes up to what? Okay, it's 20% intensity with Bathsheba. Still though, +5 leadership, lots of reload skill. I can definitely outshoot anything the high elves decide to go for. It's gonna be 10 units for okay, and oh, it's an Aislinn. Okay. Why is everyone running Transformation of Kadan? Did CA like buff it up without me knowing? Did they sneak out a Transformation of Kadan buff? This should be interesting though. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're putting down, man. Okay, all right. This guy's cooking. Oh, they cooking, man. Oh, that's hype. Okay, Quad Sister of Avalorn. So in the mod, the rebalance mod, we did make it so that these guys would be we did make it so that they would be a bit cheaper. So I could actually get shot up here. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh my goodness. Oh, gotta turn that off. Don't want to waste ammo. All right, let's get the balloons in first and foremost. We're gonna get our points captured. And then I need to defend against these guys. Which some Iron Claw warriors should probably be able to do. Bashiva's just gonna hunt this caster. Don't know how Bashiva does against Aislinn. We'll see. Might need the healer actually. I don't know if this is good for Bashiva. Should be able to do some work here though. What if I just do this? I just dip with Bashiva. Oh, he used the ability. Dodge it. Dodge, darn balloon, dodge. I'm just ruining their plan right now. Oh dang, that bird though, the eagle. Eagle's countering my stuff. Ouch, hit my cavalry. This is a real mess of a fight, isn't it? I think if Bashiva dies, it's not the end of the world though. And I'll just resummon them. I'm sure it's fine. In fact, Bashiva might be able to play keep away from Aislinn long enough to survive. Just gotta really make sure that I don't get cav flanked here. That would be really awkward. Get him, Bashiva. Beat him up. just instant disruption of the formation. You'll love to see it. All right, I'm gonna have my spears here to defend these guys. Yo, Bashiva's annoying, man. Dude, but you can't catch him. Kitty cat too fast. I'm gonna slow down Aislinn. Aislinn still has some very nasty charges out. And those ladies are really shooting up a storm. Maybe I should have kept the balloons near them. Oh, I'm not getting harmony bonuses. That's my bad. Run, Bashiva, run. Heal. Avoid Aislinn at all costs. Kind of a sketchy position, actually. This is far from over. Aislinn is still very nasty, and those charges hurt a lot. But them archers are definitely suffering. Here comes the cav tide. We have mostly reverse, so some armored cavalry will be more than enough. Come on, Bashiva, live. Ah, there they go. They served well. All right. What are you gonna do about this though? I still have a whack load of cavalry. The Great Eagle should go down. Bashiva's definitely dead. Okay, and it's just gonna be a big old collapse on the position. It's not the end of the world though, because it's gonna be a big cav sacrifice. I can live with the cav sacrifice. With the dead lord though, it's a little bit more awkward. But I think we're still alive. It's not too bad. I just gotta rally these guys. The Sisters of Avalorn, though, are a straight menace. I'm gonna need to get some cavalry on them. Thankfully, they don't have a ton of range right now. Right now, my leadership's being held up by these balloons. As soon as I get these guys in, though, as soon as I get my Cav Corps in, it's gonna be pretty bad for them, I think. At least that's a hope. I just need these balloons to keep everyone together. Gotta remember, I'm also triple capped. Shiva's dead. Let's see if I can get it done, though. Those Sisters of Avalorn are kind of a menace. I'm gonna need to use this war balloon here to support my cavalry. Okay, nice. Ironclaw warriors doing well. Sisters of Avalorn are charged. Very nice. I'm just gonna save up for the Bashiva resummon because I actually desperately need that. Let's charge these guys in. Dude, those Sisters of Avalorn are kind of a menace. I can disrupt them, but actually finishing the job is gonna be kind of difficult. Dude, they're still alive. They're still alive. It's gonna be a little nasty. Now, I do still have Ironclaw dudes over there. And I will have Bashiva back very soon. That's gonna be incredibly important, I think, for this. Come on. I just gotta kill off those sisters, man. Oh, one of the balloons down. Okay, maybe I was a little too aggressive with Bashiva at the very beginning. I think getting insta-give by Aislinn was suboptimal play, but they are back. And that means leadership is also back with me. Very nice. Gonna have a couple of these crane gunners alive, I guess. Okay. Just keep that harmony up. I think with the Bashiva resummon, I'll have a shot. But we'll see if Cathay can actually re-secure points or not. That's kind of the big question. Because if they can't, you're kind of screwed. Come on, Harmony Balloon. Keep it together. Okay, Dragon Princes are kind of spooky. I think we're going to try... Let's see, how much time do I have left? I think I have enough time to summon more Ironclaw dudes. Brace for impact. I gotta get Bashiva in there. Kaboom. Alright, here we go. These guys better cook. I swear they better cook. I don't want them dying to no random... Oh, they're already routed. Okay, so maybe slightly lackluster in the face of these here Dragon Princes. The Sister of Avalorn stack, indeed, is a little bit of a menace. But at the very least, I will be able to probably secure this point. But the rest of this is kind of awkward. I will say Aislinn is proving to be quite the menace. The guy will not die, bro. Same with my balloon, though. And that is where most of the value is for the High Elves. It's all on Aislinn. If I can keep bullying him, I may stand a chance yet. I will be able to get some Jade Lancers. I don't think I can afford to summon more of those kitty cats. Balloon lives though. Alright, that's okay. Dude, those sisters keep coming back. It's such a menace. At least Bashiva can probably get him dead eventually. And this point, I will secure. Next up, this one. It's a little awkward, but we'll get there. Hey, there we go. Big routes. Very nice. Oh, thank goodness. I need that. I need that time. I need the time. All right, Bashiva. You're supposed to duel this guy. Okay, we got a sick heal. I got my Jade Warriors. Okay, now we're gonna pull away with this cavalry to safety. Bashiva's doing their best, they're doing their best to secure this capture point. I'm going to need to just blow up some spearmen real quick. I think Cathay's grand capture weight is probably not going to be enough. I think Aislinn has been farming way too much value. The guy has 3k. Having no answer to this guy was painful. Sisters of Avalorn were actually really cool though. Love to see that sick innovation. But yeah, they used them to snipe my artillery, which is actually very impactful. Very good play. I think we're dead. Anyway, I can pull this back. Bashiva is cool though. I kind of like Bashiva, but yeah, I think if I want to fight this Dragon Lord, gonna need a little bit something else. We're definitely dead. GG. Well played. So Cathay does bleed. You well played. Did my balloons cook though? I wonder. Dragon beats Tiger. Basic preschool logic. Man, I was hoping Bashiva would outduel him, but nah. Sisters of Avalorn were not indestructible. They didn't get a lot of value, but shutting down my artillery forced my hand a bit. And the artillery did not bad. The balloons, together, they actually did pay for themselves. I think the balloons are good. If anything, my infantry were kind of the weak link. What if I just stop taking infantry? What if I just stop running infantry entirely? You think that's the way? Let's take a look. Maybe. Dude, those Dragon Princes are really hard to kill. I think Bashiva, I don't know how I feel about Bashiva. Really expensive. Okay disruption. But doesn't win the SC fight. Where's my opponent at? You. I don't know. I think they were only all right. A little expensive. We'll need to investigate further. Let's take a look at where we stand right now. Oh, it's still second place. That's not too bad. Let's run 50 Tiger Warriors. Let me see if the matchup is good for it. Vampire Coast. All right. This is a matchup where Cathay needs some crazy clearing potential. I think like mass fire rain rocket battery clears coast here. It is Dust Bowl. And I can combine it with the lanterns to kill the cannons, maybe. Maybe. I think it's actually not impossible that that works. Honestly, the armored infantry feels so garbage. I might actually just run normal Tiger Warriors. Are they good versus no, I could try a couple normal Tiger Warriors to clear Vampire Coast infantry. You want a couple of crowmen to deal with the bats. You're gonna want some peasant horsemen, late game capture weights, all very normal. But the main army, what do I want? Full missile spam versus coast dwarf style. I think we could totally go for some crazy plays here. This is a good spell. This is an okay spell. Do I want to run the jet line? Honestly, not really. Is this too much ranged? What is too much ranged, really? I feel like when the dogs can just be summoned, when I can just get mass doggoed, maybe then it's too much ranged. But this feels okay. Now, if I lose this, I actually probably don't make it to top 4. So I actually have to be quite careful. How do I feel about this build? This is really relying on Tiger Warriors, I'm not gonna lie. But it feels okay. Feels very okay. This is kind of ludicrous though, this build. You know what? Let's just try it. I think it can actually get some work done. Tiger Warrior Rush versus Ghost? If they're not Dryad tier, they can't clear zombies well enough. You need at least Dryads to get the job done. Gotta go fast. I will say they can probably capture points really quickly. I do have 2 normal Tiger Warriors and 3 Halberds in reserve. Good luck, have fun. Iron Claws do seem overcosted for their utility. The thing is, Cathay needs it so bad, I think. I think we'll still see him. Yo, Dangler with the 3-0? Are you kidding me? Yo, Meaty Dangler's cooking today. Can I cook though? Let's see. So this time around, I'm actually going to use the range buff of the balloons and keep them near the artillery. I think that's what that was my big mistake last time. And that's why the Sisters of Avalorn were able to jump me. If I do this, ain't no way. Ready, good luck, have fun. Ain't no way. We lose. Look at this. I'm going to get Harmony. Right? The balloons provide the harmony and the extra range buff. What am I looking at? The new Cathay build. Nothing can defeat this. Trust. And then I got my peasant horsemen to kill off the doggos. I feel like there's not enough faith in chat. What is this? Why is there so little faith? This is an amazing build. Where's Craftier? Craftier would be proud. Enemies to the north. We're moving north, sir. Blast them. Look at that range. 420 range incoming on all these guys. They're about to go ham. So we're gonna use the cannons for these guys. Very nice. First volley. Hey, where's the harmony at? I thought these things are supposed to provide harmony. Yeah, yo, where's the yin harmony at, bro? All right, plan B. I'm just gonna get the peasant horseman here to get that harmony going. We do have a Noctilus coming in hot. That is okay. The dogs ain't gonna make it. Dogs are super dead. All right, let's see here. I think what we're going to do is actually just summon the boys. I don't have a slow. Whoopsies. It's okay though. These crabs are slow, I'll manage. And then I just shoot Noctilus to death. He's gonna get a few pot shots on this. Yeah, a few bugs. Game has a few bugs, but we'll live. It's just, yeah, plow into them. We got the dogs killed. And we are clearing infantry like no one's business. I even managed to capture this point accidentally. Very nice, I'd love to see it. I will say the Crabbo Rush is kind of suffering against this. I don't know who's actually going to make it to my front line. And Depth Guard are not exactly the kings of combat either. Let's slow these guys down, secure the kill. We got the balloons. Remember to micro your balloons, people. They shoot faster if you spin them in circles. Cathay's just the ultimate meme faction now. What is this? This is so dumb. It's actually optimal. I am actually supposed to do this. If you want to be a good Cathay player, the difference between a good Cathay player and an average Cathay player is how much you can spin. Noctilus getting massacred, by the way, by my little lord over there. Depth Guard have arrived. Whoops-a-doopsies. You are now dead. You served well. But yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to make it against these dudes. Iron Claw Warrior is at the ready to clear them up. Depth Guard are gonna kill a couple artillery pieces, but the Iron Claw Warriors should be able to finish the job. Let's just clear out these zombies real quick. Gotta make sure they're nice and efficient with that. And then it's gonna be Ironclaw Warriors versus damaged Crabos. Very injured Crabos. We'll see how that one plays out. Crabos can be pretty nasty, but Ironclaw Warriors are supposed to be the counter to them. So this is a true test to see if they are garbage or not. I will say if they didn't go for Noctilus, I think it would have been better for the Vampire Coast. I think Noctilus was a bit of a misplay. The bats here, which is going to counter. Ironclaw Warriors do cook them. Holy crap, look at them go. I just need to finish the job here sooner rather than later. He gets a Pit of Shades, whiffs it. I think my opponent's making a few misplays, but this is not the worst. This is actually genuinely terrifying to run into as the vampires. Whoops. Accidental dodge on the balloon. Unfortunately, it still gets hit pretty bad. Alright, let's see if these guys do well. Gonna get some work in with them. Vampire Coast is very nearly army wiped, by the way, so I'm not particularly worried. Once they're out of units, life is pretty chill. Let's just keep blasting Noctilus. My infantry is supreme. Let's just retarget onto these zombies. Ouch. Dude, Noctilus does hurt a bit. Gotta be a little careful. But I think I can just secure this point now. Very nice. Doggos are almost dead. I think we've done it. I think we've successfully bullied the Vampire Coast. De-summon these guys now for a bit of a refund, and then we're gonna go combat balloon mode. These balloons have gone not a lot of value. I don't know if the range boost was really worth it at the end of the day. But you know what? They're certainly fun. Interesting they summoning in range units. I think my opponent is... yeah, still misplaying a little bit. Cathay actually does have really good anti-air in the Crowmen. But the Depth Guard, I'm going to need to get some warriors in to deal with them. And you know what? The Crowmen don't actually get in there. This is going to be a little bit scary. Maybe I can get a sick flank though with these guys. I'm definitely going to capture this point, so I'm not too worried. Let's just camp Noctil. You know, what if I just melee with the balloons? What if I counter the deck dropper bombers, not with Crowmen, but with the far superior battle balloon? And we just, yeah, I'll just walk forward. Look at him, he's running. I can cut off his retreat. What's the speed of these guys? 80? 80, there's no escape. So dumb. This is so dumb. I can't believe it. Alright, well, I think if I just yeah, summon a couple more infantry here, we can hold this point pretty well. Don't think the Depth Guard will be able to cook here. And I can get the middle. Battle balloons doing their glorious work. The balloons dirt cheap. Now they cost 800. They're a little expensive. They're doing damage though. These deck droppers don't know what hit them. 26 weapon strength. But they do disrupt their shooting, which is hilarious. That's what we call a micro tax right there. Yeah, that's right. Split them up. Their shots are actually quite damaging, so it's actually pretty bad for the poor guys. I don't win on a double cap, but I have all the time in the world to get the last capture point, so I'm not worried. I think if I just keep spamming these guys, I'll be just fine. The chase we deserved. Oh, I think that's a summon. Yep. You can tell because it's low entity count. Alright, we'll just get those deck droppers nice and occupied. We got these guys coming in for the sick rear charge. They should mulch those zombies like no one's business. This balloon can just start clearing this point. And then I'll just keep summoning Ironclaw Warriors. He did manage to kill off his poor artillery piece though. It's funny, they still had that attack command. Alright, nice. We got the combat balloon. I think it shoots in combat, so this should be really good for it. Very nice. That's a capture point for me. Let's get some Ironclaw Warriors here. I will say my opponent did actually make it a little bit of a tussle. was a little awkward for a second. And they did a good job protecting Noctilus. But yeah, these guys are actually not bad at cleaving through zombies. I don't know if they're actually up trading. If you take like 3 deckhands, I think these guys still down trade. But it's not the end of the world. And now we're going to use that balloon harmony bonus. Clear up that situation over there. Capture weight is looking good. Noctilus is dying pretty hard. You love to see it. Grand Cathay, people. Actual insanity. It is an interesting build. I don't think I would recommend it. I'm pretty sure a normal Vampire Coast Mantide would put too much pressure on me. I only was able to successfully get the rush in because Noctilus was there. But without Noctilus, we're kind of just screwed. Like, it's just gonna be way too many zombos. And then I can't do anything. Yeah, they're at half HP, but they haven't paid for themselves yet, so not the best case scenario. I will say that artillery bombardment's gonna help out a lot, though. Look at that deeps. Look at the mega deeps. And we got our capture point. We do win now on a double cap as soon as I secure that. Pit of Shades actually doesn't do that much versus Tiger Warriors, I think. Is it knocking them down? I think it is knocking them down. So they shouldn't, yeah. Because of the rather low entity count, they should be fairly good for me. Let's give them a slow. Give the Depth Guard a slow. Sky Lantern number 1 has paid for itself. Number 2 on its way. I think this one's been shooting Depth Guard. And you want them surrounded by units so that all the crane gunners can shoot at the same time. Very important min-maxing. It'll get you tens of value, I say. Tens. It's ludicrous, really. Come on. Just keep shooting the Depth Guard. I believe in you. It's gonna look like I'm BMing him, though, so maybe I shouldn't. Let's just summon this artillery instead. How are these guys doing? I think they're starting to get their value, yeah. In the slow grind, they're actually starting to get that value back. Fire Rain Rockets are great, by the way. Very fun little tools. Maybe you can bully Noctilus. I don't know if the Sky Lantern range is worth. That seems like spending 800 gold for 5% range is just kind of bad. How's it going? Amazingly. This is actually the most fun I've had in terms of memeing it up in a while. It's been a hot minute, but the memes are very strong today, especially with the crazy Sky Lantern shenanigans. Depth Guard again bullied. Slow them down so they can get back on the point and seal it. Stall it. Dang it, he got the capture. It's honestly fine. Let's just position over here. He really should stop summoning the deck dropper, so. I feel like my opponent totally could have wrecked me if they went for more infantry. Deck droppers, unfortunately, in today's meta are just not nearly as good as they used to be. It's a little disappointing. Can you use the balloons to focus Noctilus? What if a balloon secures a kill against Noctilus? Is he demoted from being a vampire? Let's see, how can I quickly steal this point back? I think with 2 peasant horsemen. That should do. Yeah, that should do pretty well. You can see though, the zombie summon just keeps coming. Zombie summon's kind of nasty. If I wasn't able to uptrade so well early on, I could run the risk of being bogged down because my infantry is actually not clearing them super well. Like, these Tiger Warriors are okay, but they took like 5 minutes to get 500 gold value. That is not a very fast pace. I think Cathay's probably still much better off just going for the typical Mantide strats. Lord almost died, but she'll be fine. We'll have her rally. It's okay. How my balloons doing? We get to de-summon them now for even more value. Look at that Whoa, 1,500. Jeez, that's actually a lot. Pretty sick. Boom. I'm rich. Hey, what the crap? Did CA remove supplies from desummoning? Wait just a darn second. Give me a second. Can I desummon this thing? Or do the balloons give less value when they're out of ammunition? That would be kind of crazy. 1,200? No, that one gave value. Did the balloons give value and I just missed it? What happened? Did CA remove the desummon value on the balloons? I think I might have just missed it. How's Coast been doing recently? Coast is actually super strong. One of the top factions in the game in my head. A lot of undead factions are actually quite strong in today's meta. Yeah, can someone rewind and let me know if the balloons actually got their desummon or not? That's pretty nice though. They gave 800 value back? Okay, I just missed it. All good then. All good. Thought I was going crazy for a second. When you're working with CA, you don't know what's gonna be broken after a patch. Ooh, alright. Kinda scary though, considering the circumstances. The fact that my opponent got to 1,000 tickets is actually kinda sketchy. I think having a mass infantry build with some fire rain rockets is probably the best way to go. Just like a bunch of Jade Warriors that they can't punch through. Even so, I don't know how the trading goes. The trading could actually be quite bad. Another deck dropper bomber though, that's crazy. They're even gonna friendly fire their own zombies. Because these Tiger Warriors, they embed themselves in infantry when they charge. It's typically a bad thing, but if they're being shot at, it can get some work done. Could resummon the balloon. Bring it back. Mods are definitely broken. What about the mods? How should he have dealt with the artillery? Probably just a little bit more pressure with the infantry. You want to push with everyone instead of just sending like a couple of units. Because if you send a couple dudes, they're gonna be countered by my summons. So you need like a stronger dedicated push. Maybe use some dogs to overwhelm my cav summons. Wow, she routed to these guys. 26 damage pop. Kind of crazy. But yeah, that's typically what you want to be doing. Ironclaw Warriors. Wow, they took that much damage and they got 100 gold value back against these halberds. Very bad. Very bad. I think after this update, Cathay will still have its weaknesses. But they definitely have some cool new tools. I think there will be some Cathay mains that just start crumping. Would this be an actual competitive RME? No. If we're talking like a grand finals material, I don't think this one is grand finals material. Big volley.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Here come the deck droppers. And again, I have crowmen. But they're gonna lose on tickets. GG. Jeez. It's gonna be a win. And that's it for the latter phase of the tournament. And that means it is me versus Ponty, Meaty Dangler versus Parmenion. Very nice. Meaty Dangler with the 4 wins. All right, Ponty. Let's see what they decide to bring. Artillery did pretty good. Balloons did pretty good. Lord was fine. The summons were hype. Classic. I really want to try that lion summon though. I think it can get a lot of work done. I don't know why everyone's running Transformation of Kadan nowadays, but this we'll see how it goes. Jade Tomb is the map. Every new patch and mods stop working. Need a few days for update. I think maybe like the overhaul mods, but Total Tavern mods and my rebalance thing work totally fine. Like the Lord throw at the end just for the hell of it. You think other lanterns can be good in this matchup against Coast? I think they're too expensive. I don't think they will clear units fast enough. And that can be quite problematic. But okay, Dark Elves. Like a nice bright banner. We're gonna be facing the Dark Elves. What do I want? I could do some Moonbird shenanigans. I could do some I could just go Lore of Beasts. Oh my god. Lore of Shadows with Spell Amp. Wait, is there like a crazy Spell Amp build I can do? Is there just like a really dumb Spell Amp build I can do? Maybe. Maybe. I would need to bring in the Astromancer Moonbird shenanigans again. Though that's honestly fine. Gotta make sure I don't get hit by the Doom Bolts. I do have a pretty fun counter to that though if Pont decides to go for it. They're already ready. They might have been cooking up a build. So one has to be wary. Whip out the compass. Does the compass count as a single entity? It does. Dude, CA hates Cathay. I say as they just get a massive change to their roster. All right, how many casters can I cram in here without feeling like I'm making a terrible decision? I could run the double Jade Lion, but they kinda suck, bro. I don't know if I want to run the double Jade Lion. This is fine, though. Yeah, I don't know if the Spell Amp is that worth it a lot of the time. This could be interesting, at least. The Woojing War Compass. I could get the War Drum. That's a little bit more interesting. Sure. Okay, now we're talking. I think I have an okay build. Yeah, I can kind of roll with this. $800 gold. Sure. Sure. It's a little bit of Dark Rider control. And then, yeah, I think that's fine. What else do I need? Against Dark Elves? You gotta make sure you have some sort of anti-Medusa play. Against Dark Elves, always. Medusas will wreck your world if you are not careful. But after you have that, you're more or less safe. It's not too bad. Let's just try this. This one's a pretty wild build, but I think the shenanigans we can pull off are immense. There's a lot of ways we insta-win this. You think magic abuse builds are better than ever with the infinite winds of magic item? Like on the Shugingen Lord, or did they add one to one of the characters? Spell Amp plus Lore of Life. Run out of wins after 5 casts. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. The amp, you're paying a lot of money for just a little bit more value. But I have a theory. Look at this. I have the War Drum, I have this dude, and I got this lady. To survive Doombolt, I got Jade Shield, because Doombolt can be sometimes very popular. You gotta make sure you're ready for that. I got my Crane Gunners at the ready. We got our drum just placed right on top of them, and we're gonna buff them up with the lantern. So now I have all the buffs. Use some cavalry here to just help push out to capture this first point. I do have forest spotting with this thing, so shades can't do much. And the idea is I'm just gonna win mostly off the Crane Gunners. I can use the Fire Rain rocket battery. And Flock of Doom is the de facto value spell. I think if I use that enough, we'll be good. Yeah, it's 30% extra damage, so I can use Dragon's Breath, I can use Flock of Doom. Because this guy does bring in the spell mastery. So you see how this goes. Let's get some early skirmishing with the balloon first, though. We'll park right on this hill over here. It's a little goofy, yeah. Built a little goofy. Reload skill, though. You can stack some pretty fun amounts of reload skill, that's for sure. But alright, I'm dealing with double Hydra. Double Hydra, what a classic. What is that? Ouch. Dude, that penetration was kind of sick. I gotta be careful about that, actually. Oh, but she miscast. Okay, that's fine. This is okay. Crane gunners are having a field day. Balloon should probably back up, though. The question is, are we gonna see a big fat push from my opponents? Or what? I would love for them to push. You know what? I think I am going to get a second crane gunner here to support these guys. I think I need that extra pew pew. So the damage is pretty nice. Balloon is in. Alright, I just gotta make sure the Hydras don't jump my face and get me murdered. This is quite a scary build. Gonna get another breath attack over there. Just keep melting that poor infantry. And then hopefully we can focus fire the Hydras and get them dead. I think he wants to get a breath attack. So I'm just going to posture like so. I'm gonna see if we can get those big routes on this one. It's looking like it's wavering. Routing off the Hydra is the big strat. If you can get it, life is glorious. Oh boy, we got some crossbows here. They need shooting. Hydra is slowly but surely going down. Still taking its sweet time though. Alright. How my boys doing? We have a Manticore summon. Gotta be a little careful. This thing's very nearly dead though, and okay, nice, we got the route. That's all I need. So my lord can go ahead and escort that bad boy off. Then I just gotta keep my guys over here alive from the Manticore long enough. The balloon will provide all the leadership I need to feel comfortable here. Very nice. Let's just keep running around. Give them the run around with these boys. Gotta make sure I don't get Mega Amber speared or something. Okay, he's just gonna chuck it over there. Oh, did not get the resist in time. I almost did. That would have saved him a lot of trouble. Oh, and I forgot to chase off the Hydra. Whoopsies. It's a little unfortunate. I think we're still doing okay. I'm gonna need to route that off again, though. Kind of unfortunate. I should probably shut down these infantry forces, too. They are quite annoying. And this drum, I should, yeah, give everyone in the local area fear. I think that'll be good. Just keep spell amping, spell amp casting on top of these guys. It's a little awkward, but I think we're doing okay. The Iron Claw dudes are pretty hyped too. I think they are actually chunking down that Hydra at a decent pace. Okay, nice. This guy's doing pretty good. And I have Flock of Dooms. I do have Flock of Dooms for all your cavalry killing needs. So I'll just jump these guys over here. Then I should be okay. So it looks like he's going for this fight. That's okay. We'll just chuck out the Flock of Doom on them. That should be quite painful. It is spell amped 30%. Now, this time I will remember to chase off the Hydra. Big breath attack over there. Can I shut down these range units? These crossbows are mighty annoying, I must say. They are mighty, mighty annoying.
Order and balance.
And let's see how's this going. Manticore summon, kind of painful.
Horseman, the
I'm gonna need my lord to get in here soon too. At the very least, though, we got our Iron Claw guys coming in to save the day, and a flock of doom there will definitely be great. I just got to get my war drum into position. Okay, and that Hydra is shattered. Very nice. Okay, next up, flock of doom, flock of value. Should do a lot of work. My crane gunners are still alive, though. I think they're about to get jumped. And we're gonna see how well the Iron Claw spam works here. I think I'm really depending on that to win this for me. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna get Chrome in here for this. How's this fight going? It's actually going pretty decently. Value-wise, it's not bad, but you gotta remember the Hydras have ludicrous amounts of healing. So even if you do get value, it's not like it's not like you're actually doing super well just yet. You're gonna need a little bit more oomph. Ponty might actually win with his sick build here. We'll see though. I did just get a lot of value on this front. Big route, very big route actually. And we'll have Harmony in here in a second. Flock of Doom will be good. Okay. That should be a good breath attack. Oh, goodbye, Witch Elves. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Alright, it's a tenuous position, but one that is plausible to still win. Especially with this many dudes. The Witch Elves got pretty brutalized over there in that fight. Should be able to shut down these crossbows. I do still have both crane gunners alive. What a miracle. I'll be able to start spamming some cavalry. And once I get this point, I think life will be a lot simpler for me. Big spell cast goes very hard. Man, I wish I shut down that Hydra earlier, but what can you do? It's not too bad though. Hydra's dead. I'm starting to pull back. Their lord is actually gonna die. Thank you very much. I'll make sure to PayPal you later. And that's going to be this point. Nice. Oh my goodness, what a miracle. What an absolute miracle. I can't believe it. All right, now we gotta actually make sure we chase off these units proper. But I've been playing on my side of the battlefield this entire battle, so it doesn't really get much better than that. I'm gonna chase her off with the lantern, bro. What an embarrassment for that sorceress. We're gonna get the yeah, we're gonna get the sick lantern rundown here. That's pretty jokes. It's actually quite magnificent. I can't believe it. The lantern speed boost. What a buff. All right, well there you go. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Never in my entire life did I think I was going to run down an enemy lord with a lantern in the semifinals of a tournament. That is hilarious. Oh crap, she might come back. Oh crap, I missed micro. The lantern's bad at chasing. No. Maybe I can focus fire her. All is not lost. Though it is slightly more awkward now, to be sure. Double capture's nice, but we're gonna need a little bit more. Okay, nice. There we go. The lantern routed her. Hell yeah, we got that sick lantern route. New meta has unlocked people. You'll love to see it. Flock of Doom amped. How much value does this guy have? Quite a bit. Wait, 2,000? Jeez. I did get this ability, which apparently just automatically triggers if you're in melee. Kind of cool. Wait, yo, they actually have 2k value. That's insane. Gonna need to save my lord though, as they're being a little bullied. Gonna need to get this war drum doing something too. Can she escape? Maybe I can get a little explosion with this guy. She gets bullied. We do get some routes though. I don't think Cold One Knights are gonna be able to clean up here because I have too many spears. We'll see though. We'll see. I'm gonna have to chase these guys off with the war drum followed by the lantern. Nothing like a little jank. Nothing like a little jank to make the game more interesting. I don't know if this thing has enough balance of power to properly keep them running, but I will say this feels pretty good. I'll use the lantern to get these guys off. That's for sure, for sure. All right. Not too bad. This will be really interesting now because the question is, does the Iron Claw spam actually cook? Or is it bad? Because in theory, they should do really well. Battle's actually not over yet because I'm gonna need to hold these points for a little bit. Just gotta charge these guys. Alright, got a brace with them. I think my lord's done for, but that's okay. How quickly are they gonna recapture these points? That's a real question. He's respecting the anti-large dudes. That's pretty good for me. Let's see here. What can I summon? I could save up for another Ironclaw warrior. I think I do want more of them. They seem pretty solid. Just gotta brace up with these guys. I think I do desummon this balloon. I don't think it's doing anything for me now. Caster's kind of getting bullied. Dread Knights being a little painful. Now I wonder if I should have kept the balloon. It's hard to say. But my opponents decided to resummon their lord, which does fill me with some confidence. I just need to hold long enough to yeah, I just have to hold long enough to win on a 2-cap, and then I'm happy. So I'm just gonna get more of these guys. They're pretty good, and I'm just gonna spam spears on all the points. That's the goal. I'm going to yep, just spread out so that the Amber Spear doesn't do too much. I think it friendly fired. Actually, it almost friendly fired more than it did damage to my guys. Very, very nice. Then I'm gonna go for Crowmen, and then I'm gonna go for Horsemen. But yeah, these Ironclaw warriors, they're doing not bad. I'd say they're a very okay unit. I don't know if they, well, like they're doing pretty well. Holy crap. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I didn't mean to joke. You guys are amazing. What is that damage, bro? Dude, she showed up to the wrong party, man. What the crap? She dead. She just dead, man. She's on the run. That's insane. Impressive. Whoop, gotta run with the Lancers. Jeez. Okay, well that's pretty hype. I'd say that's not bad. She's probably gonna rally. Or maybe not. That was a lot of damage. Alright. Yeah, dude. They no slouches. They're definitely no slouch. That was actually kind of terrifying how much damage they got in so fast. Now they're gonna come here and beat these guys up. They're actually kind of sick. They're actually kind of sick. In terms of the just annoyingness. And like they pin down cavalry. They do the job that they set out to do. Look at this. Cold One Knights again obliterated. I'm telling you guys right now, normally I would not be able to fight Cold One Knights in the late game. Cold One Knight spam late game would delete Cathay. And this kind of shows that it's not bad. That was insane. Now, the double Hydra build almost got me. These guys are so tanky. And I was not really killing much else. Distraction card effects is to the max. Got to see the Tiger value. This one got 2k value. I didn't even use that many Flocks of Dooms. They just used that item, I think. The Iron Claws were good. Yeah. All right, and we're up against the Dangler or her minion. Know when done. Interesting. Yeah, this was actually, it's kind of cool. I don't know if this was like super meta or anything. It doesn't feel like we were completely crushing it, but it was not bad. Yeah, yo, Dangler facing me. Teach me the game and I play with you. We're playing to someone else. Was this Tiger mages get elemental winds buff? Yeah, it's fine. It's not like it's a really strong ability. Only one person streaming PvP. Yeah, this is mostly a single player game. Sorry, lots of messages to catch up on. We gotta really focus on the match. All right, and then I gotta send a replay. Nice. Tiger Warriors are useful in multiplayer. They certainly fill a niche that Cathay desperately needed filled. The Sky Lanterns are so weird. It's kind of like Flock of Doom. It doesn't give you a tactical advantage. It just kind of farms value. But like that's kind of it. It just kind of sits there and gets value, but you guys will get murdered. I will say though, during that big blob fight, having the extra leadership from it probably saved me a lot of trouble. I think it did save me a lot of trouble. Crossbows were okay. Now this is far from like Slanesh levels of strong. Cathay is not going to be an S tier faction after this. You can kind of just feel it by the vibes. I think Slongors are infinitely better than Tiger Warriors, even if they do cost 750. Bashiva attack hit not worth. Saw him do 0 damage with 3 teleport attacks. I haven't tested out Bashiva much. I'm not a huge fan though. I wonder if the Tiger Warrior would beat. Probably not. Only 5k HP. Yeah, here's a problem. These two have actually quite low HP. You want to be at least 7,000 to be considered tanky. And this is very snipeable. It only takes like a couple cycle charges and your lord's running for the hills. I do think the teleport thing is kind of cool. But when you're playing as Cathay, you need characters that bring stuff to the table. 600 range cannons. I don't know if you can get cannons to 600 range. I heard Human Boy posted a video with range amplification, but I looked at the Gate Master and he only buffs himself. So maybe it was like a bug or something that did it. Yeah, you don't really need infantry snipers in this game, it's true. There's like a million ways to kill infantry. Like just having good cavalry. But yeah, Cathay's probably solid B tier now. Instead of being like a bad faction. They can kind of fight with the rest, but they're not going to crump like Norska, Slanesh, Vampire Counts, Coast. Those factions are just going to be extremely good for a while. Like Wood Elves. Cat Boys good in multiplayer. They're okay. They fill a niche. I think the Caster Cat is probably the best one out of the bunch. You have Melkoths. Arcane Hymn. Do they all have that? Oh, holy crap. Wait. The Melkoths, sir, can spam infinite Melkoths? Are you kidding me? You can spam infinite Melkoths. Also, by the way, if you played today and you want to enter the raffle for a DLC, you gotta send in your 2 replays now. You gotta do it before I finish my game against the Meated Angler. How many do we got? We got a good amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signups. So if you sign up, you'll have like 6 signups. They have actually a decent chance of winning it. Dangler might also send in their replays too. Are Tomb Kings good to play? Tomb Kings are also quite good, yeah. Oh boy. Alright, so Meaty Dangler. They long time viewer. Greenskin main to the max. Do I have what it takes to beat the greenskins with Cathay? Cathay, here's the thing. The Dangler has some crazy strats. They know what they're doing, bro. So I gotta be pretty careful. I'm gonna need something to kill the boar boys and such, though. The new guys are pretty hype. You're smoking mirrors for Cathay? Dude, there's so much cool stuff now, man. There's just so much cool stuff now. Grand Cathay for life. Okay, this should be pretty brutal. If I do this. Okay, this is starting to go into insane levels of strats. I don't know if this is good. I'm gonna try it. Let's see here. Let's try. You know, let's just build like this. Okay, this is kind of a crazy build. This could be either insanely good or actually just awful. It could just be completely awful. Oh man, it's so good having actual units that I want to summon in for once though. Oh my goodness, it's glorious. Real units that I want to use. What else is good? I still haven't used the stalkers, the Tiger Warrior stalkers, but I don't know if they're good. Feels kind of sus to me. Let's see here. How do I round out a build like this? The war balloon? Another balloon? Maybe not. Let's see. This feels risky, but I gotta remember this is new Cathay. This Cathay is completely different to anything we have experienced or seen before. Revolutionary. They are. Truly, truly revolutionary. Let's try this. I'm very interested to see how this goes. Let me go to sleep. Last game of the day. I like reducing the tournament time by 30 minutes. It keeps it like bite-sized. You can totally get 4 games in. So we got 4 games in. You only need 3 to qualify. So even if you play a bit slow, you should still be able to finish. And honestly, if you can't finish 2 games in an hour 15 minutes, then that's on you. That's on you. It's 3 games are guaranteed, 4 games most of the time, which seems about right. Does Bashiva have the map wide reveal in multiplayer? If they do, I skip the ability. I don't think Bashiva offers that much, honestly. The Dangler has some crazy strats. Is not a sentence I was expecting to hear. Yeah, I don't know what made them choose their name. I should ask at some point. At least in the Warhammer game, you can see on the left here, they're polite enough to name themselves TMD, but we all know what that stands for. Oh man, I'm the thing is, here's the problem. I'm like too used to seeing them in chat. Their name just is normal to me now. It's just their name. And anytime someone new shows up, they're like, what is this stream? The opponent dropped first game, and the other 2 took a while, so no raffle. You only need 2 replays to get the raffle. You need 3 to get to top 4. You need to have 3 games to play the top 4. But I saw you sent 2 replays. You're good for the raffle, my dude. Raffle is very generous because it's CA's money, people. It's Creative Assembly. They're offering the prize pool. Please take as many DLCs as you'd like. Oh my gosh, Doom Sage. But no, seriously. Seriously, I'll dish out DLCs until like everyone has DLCs. Who cares if like, even if we don't have a lot of signups, you know, why not? Why not? We actually do have a lot of signups though. 4, 8, 12, 10, no, 14. A lot of people just sign up, play their 2 games, and submit the replays and call it a day. So, totally fine by me. As long as we have people just trying out the multiplayer scene. Why not? I do need to put out more videos though. It's not really money though. It's not like they're paying themselves. Like, yeah, DLC keys are more dime a dozen for a company than actual paying money. But like, if CA, I don't think it would actually be that. It might not be that difficult to actually get them to sponsor the prize for the grand finals. I'll ask them about it. That would actually be insane if they wanted to sponsor the grand finals. You got not good enough to have replays. All you gotta do is lose 2 games. That's all you gotta do. You just sign in, you just follow the steps. You know, you download 2 mods, and then you lose 2 games. At the end of the battle, it asks for replays. If you can find the folder location of your replays, that's honestly probably the hardest step for most people, because it's in a hidden folder. Percent app data, percent everybody. But if you can get over that hurdle, man, you have like more than a 10% chance at a DLC. If you're employed and you make a lot of money, that might not matter as much to you. But if you're a student, I've been there. Is it too late to join? Unfortunately, we finished up, but I do host tournaments I do plan to host tournaments 5 days a week. Mostly in the European time, but occasionally we'll be aiming to have it for this time zone for the Americas, so that everybody gets a piece of the pie. So just keep an eye out for the streams and you're good to go, my dude. That's all you need. Please do this time zone again. I do plan to do both time zones. All right, here we go. So this, apparently, I heard this ability is really good. Crystal of Kunlan. It is a 20-meter radius, 18 damage explosion, 55 armor pierce, 55% armor piercing. It's magic damage and it explodes every 60 seconds. You don't even have to activate it. It's auto magic. Accidental pun. But yeah, it's pretty good. At least I think so. So why not bring 2 of them? And then also enjoy the intensity. Ready. Good luck, have fun. And then also enjoy the spell intensity that they give each other. This guy just straight up has infinite winds of magic. And greenskins hate single entities. It's a very intensity build. It's very intensity. You are a pirate? I think I'm missing some context, but congratulations. Your app data is so filled from all the games you played on this PC. Yeah, I actually just have my replays folder bookmarked. Now, if Meaty Dangler wins this, they do win themselves a DLC. Of their choosing, too, mind you. What is this? A Glare Caster and Squig Summoners. Gonna see a lot of infantry over here. We're just gonna move up with our little lines. No amount of spell spam will be too terrifying for me. It's gonna be no rampages or anything of the like. It's very nice. Gonna see if I can dodge this real quick. Nope. Plan B. Kill everything else. What do I want to bully today? What we got? So we have some cavalry. I could bully the orc boys. It's not a bad idea. Could bully some of these archers. There we go. We got some pretty nasty hits. I'm gonna bring in this dude. And I'm going to Melkots this dude. Someone said that they go into walk animations when you cast spells, but they don't. Misconception. And there's the speed amp on my boys. And that Melkots is supercharged. 15% more damage on that bad boy. It's pretty nasty. Then we bring in the artillery. The artillery is what seals the deal here. Should be very, very good. And this is just annoying. My single entities bully these poor greenskins quite effectively. So I'm just gonna go ahead and capture this point. The birds are just all over him. He's not even trying to fight. Guy's just straight up, yeah. Just trying to hold on. Don't know how it'll go though, because they're still taking a bit of free damage. With these guys in here, the damage is pretty good. Yeah, what are you gonna do? No big plays on my artillery piece yet either. There's a big slow. I forgot to use his ability. I'm a fool. It's okay though. I think it's time we get some halberds, because I do really want to capture this point. And it's mostly cavalry here, so what better time? We do get that big route, very nice. And these guys do have 6 capture weight, kind of perfect for the circumstances. And there's basically no way to kill these guys because of the healing. That's definitely a big plus. My little lord here is going to be absolutely insane in a second. There's that ability, and there's that ability. So that's just going to murder everything. No amount of, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that big swing, man. The giant swing from the Lord. Then I'm just going to Melkots these guys. Oh, crap. He got spiders on me. Impressive indeed. This guy, a little scary, a little spooky. I'm going to bog these boar boys down, though. Hit them up with the cav. They'll die nice and quickly. Moonbird might need a bit of a disengage, though. Let's see if we can hold on to this location. I think with these spear boys, though, it's going to be very nasty. Many players are not going to be ready for the advent of spears that Grand Cathay is spamming out now. Glorious heals too, by the way. Absolutely amazing. And the spears are absolutely cooking. Meanwhile, all the way over here, should be able to reman the artillery pieces in a second. There we go. We'll just have them keep a firing. And yeah, this is just insane. The single entity blob is very strong right now. They are nigh unkillable. They're gonna be bullying everything. I actually still have a lot of tickets because of the early game triple cap too. And then I can do fun stuff like these. Goodbye, goblins. You served well. Oof, every single tick just massacre on those poor guys. Just a complete and utter massacre. Not gonna be very pretty there. I got more spear boys coming in. And then we can get the other moonbird out. Where is he at? Let's see if we can just fly him into position. Those are black orcs that I gotta deal with, though. A little nasty. Good wog. Got the wog going. This is still gonna be real painful, though. We are flooding them with sources of good damage. Surprisingly enough, though, the value trading is actually not super good for me. I'm actually not entirely sure what is causing that. You'd think things are going well. It could be the damage tracker just being off. It could be I have to be a little bit more careful about my trades. You can't really know. You can't really know in this game. It's a little too difficult to tell. So I'll just have to play a little careful. In the meantime, though, the double moonbirds should be able to keep on bullying. I feel like he's running out of units, so I'm not gonna lie. Personally speaking, I think he's super cooked. But you always got to be wary when the Valley Tracker says you got to be. It's a good charge on the Gobos. Whoop. Give him the loop around. Very nice. Oh, good dodge, though. Dangler knows what he's doing. Whoop. Gotta cycle out like so. I'm gonna use another Moonbird explosion right over here. I've already got it lined up perfectly. So that's gonna melt all of those dudes on top of the leadership debuff. Brutal. All right, not bad, not bad. Big deeps overall, and I can get the whirlwind ability on him. Gonna get a Melkoths, which is a speed amp for my boys. As long as the Moonbirds live, I'm happy. I'm actually gonna de-summon these guys, because I want to bring them back at high health. And then we're just gonna start spamming Lancers. I think we're in the Lancer spam era of this build. Let's get a big heal. I'm hoping that explosion ability item is triggering on these guys, because it kind of has to if I want to win this game. That's my artillery piece. Out of ammo. What a glorious time to be alive. All right, nice. So I just need to wait for him to summon a unit, and then that's when I spam triple peasant horseman over here and steal this point. Very annoying strategy indeed. Just gonna finish off that broken tusk mob over there. He should summon soon. It's a little risky because it means I'm not, you know, spending my money. I think I can just safely do it. You know, screw it. Oh crap! I could only summon one. Well, that's awkward. Still not bad though. How are these savage orcs doing? Yeah, they're getting bullied pretty hard. Okay, yeah, and he's gonna summon elsewhere anyways, so I think it's fine. Not much to worry about. My single entities are indeed indestructible. He did kill one Moonbird though. They've done the impossible. But the other Moonbird is a little too healthy, I believe. I don't think they're going to be finishing that off. And we do finally have our triple horseman action on the point. That will secure the double cap and make life a whole lot easier for me. This is kind of awkward. Kind of just stuck in that fight. This should be good though. Okay, how's this engagement going? Oh crap! There's Spider Riders here this whole time. You sneaky git! Alright. Dangler cooks. Still though, yeah, I was wondering where the crap they were. Well, look at this guy. He guy made a play on me. I can't believe it. A little terrifying. And another spider arrives. He's seeing like 5 plays ahead of me, jeez. Well, that's kind of nasty. All right, I think I can still use these boys here though to slowly secure this point. That's not too bad. Just a couple orc boys are not going to be the end of the world either. But yeah, I actually have to abandon this point. That's impressive. That's actually quite impressive. All right, it's fine though. This is 6 capture weight. We'll capture that in but a few seconds. Oh, dude, that actually hurts really bad though. Actually, very much so needed that. Okay, this should be a decent whirlwind at least. There we go. Pretty good deeps. Nothing too crazy. And we can use the devastating flanker over here to clean up. Gotta remember, I still have the Moonbirds and the like. Alright, I just need this point to hold is all. So that means we're gonna need to actually pull forwards here to make sure they don't get on it. And over here, I'm barely going to secure this one with the cavalry. Then I just gotta chase them off. And then I just need this fight to go well. That is all. That is all. Okay, nice. Boys are doing well for themselves. Over yonder, got a big roar. Not bad. Little hero squad doing amazing. I think I'm gonna summon 1 artillery literally just to rout these guys. But I can't really afford to lose this point. I actually desperately need it. Come on, you darn artillery, shoot. Okay, it's gonna get a few shots. That should be enough to rout him off with terror. It's not bad. Okay, that's not too bad. In the meantime, these ones are cooking pretty well. My lord is... he's chilling. Okay, alright. I'm gonna need to really pull in there, though. That spider strat, the spiders coming in on me, was actually insane. That was a crazy play. Body blocking with the spiders in the trees. I can't believe they saw that coming so effectively. So now I actually desperately need to get as many cav units as I can here. I don't know if they were forgotten or if that was just the sickest play in the world, but that actually royally screwed me over, man. What a crazy maneuver. Alright, we got a charge in. I think he's gonna do it. I think I'm actually out. If I had used my peasant horsemen to secure the middle point and the flank point, I think we would have done it. But I think Dangler's gonna win. I think the Dangler gonna do it. Insane. Oh my goodness, dude. I can't believe I didn't catch it either. That was actually a sick play. Tactical plays, man. You don't see that often. Usually it comes down to the micro. Very, very nice. Cannon's trying to blast at the orcs, but I think this point's gonna get captured. And I think they've done it. The legend. The absolute legend. They survived. Oh my goodness. He even got my lord off the battlefield. GG. Well played. Dang. With the sick green skin plays. I can't believe it. Can't even say I was throwing. That was a pretty vicious build. Very fun fight. Oops. Look at that. I accidentally gave myself a win. Horse rabbit. GG. You get a DLC. Any you'd like. Amazing. Definitely well earned. These guys are pretty cool. Yeah, Lord Route. These guys are pretty cool. The value is not bad. They do actually pay for themselves. I think they're really quite good. Losing the Peasant Horseman, the triple Peasant Horseman summon was the big misplay. Those spiders, man. Those spiders ruined my entire career. That was 1,200 gold. Iron Claw Warriors were only okay, by the way. This one actually really didn't pay for itself. This one was 800. They're okay. Maybe I should have used the balloon. Artillery pieces were very okay. This one was good though. It did get a D-summon. Dang. I think Cathay is definitely in a much better state. But yeah, I think they fall squarely in the B tier. Give it a bit of time for people to cook up compositions and the like for them. And I think they'll be solid B tier, but very nice. I know. Beat the OP power crept Cathay. Yo, the moon birding was crazy, but they actually didn't do that much value. Actually shut them down pretty well. Oh crap, I need the raffle winner. We'll get that decided in but a second. But yeah, these guys are not bad. You get a caster that can get a lot of value, and even as a normal fighter, they're pretty good. Yo, you did it! He's in chat. The myth, the legend. Yo, that's crazy, man. How do you feel about the changed Cathay? I think they can tussle. Maybe I should have used Terracotta Sentinels. Actually, I think if I did use Terracotta Sentinels, they might have crushed it. Double Terracotta with heals. Yo, the spider play. The spiders in the trees. Was that intentional? Was that intentional? Did you suspect I was going to summon Peasant Horsemen and you left spiders to body block their summons? Because if it was, that was sick. That actually won you the game, my dude. They held up 1,200 gold, man. Insane. You added me the replay in Discord if I'm covering any. Would like your input on the match. Oh, would be happy to do it. Yes, this one. Match 13 versus the Empire. Happy to do it. We're trying to grow a new player community. Congratulations to the Meated Angler. Let's give him the congratulations. Congrats. Congrats at me on the sick greenskin win! Exclamation marks all around. And the raffle winner, just JP. Wait, is that the person whose replay we're covering right now? It is. Oh my gosh, what a coincidence. At just JP. Congrats on the raffle win. Oh my gosh, amazing. Let me know what DLC you'd like! Exclamation mark. Yeah, let's cover the replay and also give them some advice. And they will also get a DLC of their choosing. How exciting! What faction would you recommend starting to learn with? Kislev. Kislev is really good as a well-rounder. Norska is also well-rounded-ish kind of rush faction. Very standard playstyle across the board, very safe. Wood Elves if you like shooty. Amazing fortune. But alright, they let's see here. Would like the input on the match. So they're playing Vampire Coast. They have a good build. I like where this is going so far. We got the dogs chasing down some Pistoliers. Now usually this is very minor. But micro-wise, dogs can't catch Pistoliers, so you don't want to chase them. You can push them back off the point, though. That's what they did. Overchased just a little bit. Took a bit of damage. But yeah, you can see it's not super worth. Like, you're probably going to get the point anyways with this pistol mob. The dogs are actually quite crucial for Coast. But honestly, not too bad. I kind of like the build. You got the handgunners. Pistol mobs is slightly better versus shooty factions like Empire, because they're going to outshoot you. Silostra is very smart. This is just a meta build. All right, build wise, no issues. Empire also kind of knows what they're doing though. They got the main tide with a bunch of archers ready to value trade you boys. Empire Knights are here. Okay, this is potentially the first misplay. The Moringulls are really expensive and they kind of need to get something done. 4th tournament and you lost so much more than the other tournaments you've entered? Really? Honestly, it happens though. Sometimes you just get the RNG in the way. But let's take a look. So, first things first, yeah, Burning Head is gonna hit you. You can't dodge that. Realistically, what you need to do is just commit. Just get those crabs in there. You're already kind of stuck in the fight. It's a little awkward because this Empire formation is actually quite good. But every single volley that they get off is going to be good for them. Those handgunners are cooking though. Dang, look at that damage. But yeah, every single volley that you eat without walking forwards is going to be a few thousand damage. And that's pretty bad. You really don't want that. The Moringulls on the flank are also not doing very much. They're a terror-causing unit. They could totally be going in. But we do finally see the advance. Silostra should also just be walking forwards too. With Vampire Coast, it's actually literally straightforward. You just want to keep walking. If your guns are in range, they shoot. But this idling is going to set you back a lot. If you think about it, your opponent's fighting with 100% of his army, and you're fighting with 90%. That means you're just down trading 10%, and it is shown in the gold damage tracker. So just being a little bit slow on that is pretty bad. Now what you can do is you can box select all of your units, hit Alt, and drag them forwards. That will move all of your army in formation. And it's a good habit to make sure they just walk forwards. Just box select, drag them all forwards, and then they'll just keep walking like until they run into units, and then they'll fight. See, these Night Terrors are also showing up a bit late. The dogs get caught by Knights. Slight misplay. I will say if you're having trouble with dogs, it's better to just replace with Sirens or something. something that's a little better at consistently getting value. But you're finally in the fight now. And now we can look at the more, you know, smaller minutia that you can be doing. So when the main fight goes, you usually want to throw everything out. So Alastra should be chucking out tide calls 24/7. And she should also be running into melee and summoning the cavalry to cycle charge. The cavalry is insane. The ghost cav. Because they can actually immediately route these spearmen. Look at how low their leadership is. 34. You need it minus 15 more. No, they're at 6. They're already basically routing. If you just summon the cavalry on them right now, they immediately terror route. And then your zombies push through and life is good. These guys are also still AFK, man. This is like an almost 2,000 gold unit. You can't be doing that. I would rather you just walk forwards with everything. And just chuck them in melee, except for your range units. And then you get... Also, by the way, this is a melee unit. They're not ranged, even though they have ammo. But yeah, much better to just make sure you guys are fighting. Anything that's idle is just not doing anything. Fun to see some sirens, though. But the value trading is already pretty bad. At this point, I would say if Empire plays it out correctly, the game is lost. And that's mostly because of the culmination of, like, 20 seconds total worth of idle time for very crucial units. On top of the ghost summon. No point saving it now, right? If you're gonna be behind in the game so much that it can't win you the game, what's the point? Now, this might just be a micro limitation, but you should definitely treat the Ghost of the Past summon as your win condition. Treat it as the moment the fight goes, you gotta throw everything in the kitchen sink. And this is the kitchen sink. Gets the job done very well. You're missing out on like the biggest thing that makes Coast amazing. This is good though. I like the dogs on the flank. And honestly, the game is not that far gone. You are actually playing it close enough where even some minor changes would totally get you there. Yeah, alt click, alt drag click with your army selected. That's how you move them in formation. You'll probably see me do it a lot at the start of battles. But yeah, this is actually still really close. So look at that. We got some mortars hammering in now. Mortars, I would typically not summon most of the time. They tend to be a liability. And they don't get their value very quickly. So I would only use artillery if you plan on not fighting. So that would be you position here. You get your artillery and then you shoot. If you are rushing and getting artillery at the same time, you get some army mismatch, and that's not going to be very pretty. Let's take a look at your Knight micro, by the way. This is the Ultima of Vampire Coast. This is what makes them good in today's meta. So you need to be maximizing their efficiency. You're not chasing off the terror-routed units. Very good. You hit the archers. That's going to route them. And immediately when they route, you should choose another target. Maybe these swordsmen. Maybe these grenade launchers. But if you use them to only kill the archers, that's bad. Good, though. Nope. Nope, bad. Still chasing the archers. With Vampire Coast, you have mostly zombies. You want to really focus on the micro of these guys instead. This is good, though. You're kind of dancing around. You're getting some charges. But these are all, you know, slight instances where you lose a bit of time. Still, though, I like the play, and this is still a match. You've actually pulled it back a little bit. Securing the high ground point is really good. You're about to secure the middle point. Also very solid. And you've routed off a few units. So look at how impactful this is. This is just 500 gold value in less than a minute. Imagine that at the beginning of the game, man. Oh my goodness, you would absolutely crush. For sure, for sure. Fire versus water types. Wait, does... Yeah, water beats fire in Pokemon, right? I'm not crazy. Honestly, it changes from game to game. Easy to get mixed up. But yeah, this is good. I like the pistol summons. They're hunkering down. You got the bats over here. They're doing great. The knights do disintegrate. But because everything was kind of routing, they actually didn't get that much value. And these guys too, what are they doing, man? Lamprey's Revenge were kind of AFK for a while. A little rough. A little rough. Let's take a look at their value. Only 700. So if you think about it, this unit, you paid 1,700 goldish or something along those lines for this unit. And in 8 minutes, they've only gone you 700. That means that your usage of this unit has put you 1,000 gold behind for 8 minutes straight. A lot of people don't realize just how painful it is when their units are AFK, but truly it makes a massive difference. Silastra still alive though. Good Lord control. And this is a good late game strat. I like the late game strat. Honestly, you're playing Coast by the book. I think it's just like how cleanly you play that'll do it, right? Like everything here just needs to be a little snappier, you know. The supplies need to be spent, but this is perfect. You're getting the zombies, you're securing the points. You know that you only need 2 points to win, so you're making sure you don't lose those points, and you're not going too hard on this one and not overextending. Very nice. Morn goals against cavalry can be a little risky though. I doubt these guys will trade well against the Empire Cav. But I like where this is going. Let's see how the rest of the late game goes. So there is a Hammer of the Witches. They're targeting Silastra. You can dodge with her in a circle constantly to make sure that she doesn't die to it. You can also just run out of range if the micro is a bit too much. And this should be winning for Coast, by the way. So if you lose this one, you're through. But I think you're barely going to pull it through. If you keep summoning zombies, it's basically impossible. Well, no, maybe not, actually. Wait, okay, no, Empire does have a lot of cavalry. They can clean up infantry like no one's business, but you do have the Lamprey's Revenge. Silastra dying is definitely a blunder. Because you're not really going to resummon her. But yeah, the tickets are too high. There's no way. There's no way Empire wins unless you absolutely get army wiped here. But you should be able to continue spamming units on 1 point to get the win. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so Lamprey's Revenge didn't hold this point. And the cavalry got a sick charge. You threw? Spoilers. Oh no. Oh no, not like this. Okay, wait, let's take a look. You have Depth Guard. Now, Depth Guard are not perfect. I would personally save up for zombie resummons mostly. Okay, and you're splitting on the points. Maybe a bit of panic. Now, in these kind of situations, you have to remember your opponent is panicking more than you. And you just have to, play to that advantage. So take a look at the situation, right? They have to control all 3 points at the same time. And this infantry takes 50 years to get from there to there. So if you see them summoning very heavily on one side, you can spam onto the other point to get it secured. And you only have to attack 1 point, they have to defend 3. When you have this much of a ticket lead, you have a huge advantage there. But what you absolutely gotta not do is you gotta make sure you don't get army wiped. So it can feel very tempting. I've seen this a lot with newer players, actually. It can be very tempting to feel like, I need to capture this point to win. So I'm going to summon capture weight and get it done. But you see these dogs, they don't actually do anything. Immediately getting chased off by the cavalry, and you're gonna lose value. You should be thinking about, how do I push my opponent off the point? You should be thinking about value trading. Because remember, your opponent is freaking out more than you. You can take your time and play for value, and then you'll eventually outgrind them and get the point. You have time. You actually still have a couple minutes left. But when you make these panic plays, that is what will get you screwed over. Now, this is good though, right? You've kind of forced them to summon a lot of cavalry, and then you're starting to flood this point. This is good, but you need to make sure that you do your counting. So I can pretty easily see here, there's 3 units of infantry. You're gonna need 5 units of infantry to throw your opponent off this point. And then you're gonna need to summon in some more dogs. Because there's just too much capture weight, right? So with only 2 units of infantry, it's a little too little. And that's basically the big thing, right? Yeah, they can kind of grind, but if your opponent barely holds a point, that's how they get the advantage. And basically across the board, they're barely holding the point. We see another dog unit. The point looks empty, but it's not. Because look at this, incoming infantry, incoming infantry. So in the few seconds it takes for you to secure the point, they're just gonna hold it. I guarantee you, your opponent is going to be able to hold this because they have a Marcus and they have infantry. So that means you would need like 4 units of infantry to feel safe to secure this point. Single dog will not cut it. And at this point, you've kind of lost too much value, which is brutal. You totally had the game. Totally had the game. But the great thing about these kind of close matches is that there are 50 different ways you can actually win it. Do not be disheartened, my good friend, my new player. I guess I don't know you personally enough, but the great thing is you can pick one of the things that I talked about, either advancing with your whole army, using Silostra's abilities a little earlier, playing a little tighter on the point play by fighting them off instead of going for capture weight. Pick one of those 3 big points and you crush this guy. You crush this complete scrub lord of a player. Who are they? Burns? Okay, Burns has been playing for... I've seen them around. I don't want to BM them. But because this is your replay, they're a scrub lord. You can totally beat them, man. You only need just a little bit more oomph. And I think you actually completely annihilate this Empire build. Seriously, just a Silostra summon. If I had to focus on one thing, I think that's probably the easiest for you. Let's take a look. Did you have 10 zombies? You did. Very good. Did you have, yeah, you had lots of pistol mobs. Honestly, I really like the build. Build is good, just very solid. I would personally, I might cut down on the dogs. Because, since you have other stuff to focus on, you don't want to be getting distracted by the dog micro. And I would personally replace them probably with Mourngulls. So replace these 2 with 1 Mourngull, and I think you're good to go. Hey, Karab there. Happy Cathay. Woo. And did you get do you get more ad revenue from live streams or views on VODs? I think it's mostly based off of watch duration. YouTube will kind of feed ads based on set amount of time, but I haven't actually tracked it. It's not a huge difference, so personally I would say just do whatever is your preference if you ever are deciding. But yeah, if you watch on VODs or you watch on live, I think as long as you watch, it's appreciated, man. Yeah, if they retreated Silostra fully, they might have also had the leadership to win the game. It's true, it's true. You also beat Obese Chicken and Storm. YouTube defeated by Twitch. Yo, you crushed it, man. Absolute annihilation. All right. I think that's good, though. Was fun. Missed most of the stream, but you'll rewatch. Oh, yeah, it's great. This was a hilarious stream today, man. This was a great one. We might turn it into a video. But yeah, it was really nice. I really like the 1 hour, 15-minute ladder format for the tournaments. That feels just perfect. 0-2 and dropped. Hey, at least you got into the raffle. Media ain't even good. Hey, let the man relish in the victory, all right? They've been sitting back, getting hella rusty for the past year or so, and they come back with the crazy greenskins win. We'll let them gloat, and you can remember YouTube chat is better. You can know at the end of the day. For whatever reason, I just happen to catch messages from YouTube chat more often. My bad, Twitch. I'll work on it. But I think that's it for me today. Tomorrow, we have another one of these tournaments at the usual time, 1 p.m. EST. If you want to play and you're a new player, it's very easy to sign up. Just go to my Discord, go to the Getting Started channel, and all you got to do is spend about 40 minutes of your time, and you too can enter the raffle. And who knows, maybe you'll enjoy multiplayer. I think that's about it though. Bye bye. And thank you very much to Michael Phillip, Miss New Booty, Clint, Caculandia, Obese Chicken, Pisano the Duck, Naldor, and John Brothers. You guys are amazing. And keep the show running.